today. So already, I think it still comes down to the whole Benny Cutie Carl Teasy dynamic. We've seen him try, right? We've honestly seen Carl Teasy try to share that spotlight at the behest of the other members. I don't know if you guys will agree with me. Game one and game two, I, s- I can't put this in any way that might not sound like it's negative, but Three Martisi was carrying more than his weight.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it
for
feels
sure.
like in this whole situation of Benny Cutie, it is your turn. I, M2 MVP, will now try to share this with you. Three Martisi's left like, come on guys, come on.
Do something. And honestly speaking, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I want to see a sharp blade rather than three dull blades. I want to see Echo cut through Smart Omega. If it takes the spotlight to be focused on one point, you already have a laser. Cut through the opening, cut through the wall, the thick wall of Smart Omega that is, Chaknu and Renzio, and enable Carl Tizzy to play his own game.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at the three Martisi effect in this game. The first one you brought up is it seems like three Martisi, he'll go in, but then the rest of Echo are stopped by Omega, hence why he seems like he's left alone. What if, I will throw up another idea there, what if three Martisi is just so used to playing with all the fighters?
There goes the 10%.
Yep, shout outs to Doggy and to Coach Bonchan. Coach
for
Doggy and Coach Bonchan. I love it. Despite the controversy that happened earlier last weekend, we see here that they are in good terms. So yeah, back to the discussion.
Wait, before we go to that, I want you to share how we say Bonchan to all the viewers out there.
All right, since we are close
Yeah.
to possibly the series
Yep.
ending, Bonchan.
There you
All
go.
right, so
There we go. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Leo.
I cannot run away from the fact that I sang that. All right, sound effects coming from Renmar confirmed, but I sang that.
Oh, okay, fine. Throw me under the bus with the sound effects again. It's been happening all season. All right.
You got solid
Nah,
circles,
bro,
giggles.
nah, bro.
Yeah, we picked it up.
You got it's Leo trademark.
Sorry, we were talking about
I'm gonna start speaking like this so no one can ever say I'm doing the sound effects.
we were talking about the three Mar effect.
Alright.
We were talking about the three Mar
Yeah.
effect and how the whole dynamic of Echo may be in jeopardy now.
Yeah.
Because they may have tried to evolve too quick.
Yeah, and that's the other idea of the three Martisi effect. What if, because of how he's used to initiating with usually a double fighter, someone's gonna be backing him. But maybe, what if he's just going a little bit too forward too early? Yeah, maybe he's, because it's wired into him, all right, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. Now you're playing now 2 games in a row with a marksman in the back line. Marksmen and backliners that Omega so far in this series have done an incredible job of stopping from getting close.
Yes, I like that you pointed it out because the weird thing about this, affair between these two teams was that Smart Omega has been constantly protecting Keldra from week 1 to up to this day. Echo has never tried protecting a hero on their side because you know what? They've never even bothered protecting Cartesi. Even if again Cartesi has a bad early game, he manages to recover. He always gets his levels, he always gets his items, and he always manages to get some highlights come through the game. It bleeds through. So for the most part, again, these two side laners, these two fighters, Benecuti and Benecuti and Imartizi has been keen on just constantly fighting alongside Cartesi, which is really good for them. So which is why I want to see some double fighters in this game for Echo to have a decent chance of winning.
Yep, here we go. Game number 3. This could be the last stop for Echo Express. They have to dig deep. They have to find out that last reserve of gas in the tank to possibly take us all the way. Echo on the play, banning out the Ling, the Esmeralda, and the 1-1. All right, they heed my call. And Omega banning out the Valentina, the Phovius, and the Masha. First pick Brock.
Yeah, and right now we are seeing a major restructuring of the way Echo drafts the game. Grok first pick, 1-1 gone. I won't be surprised if Omega decides to pick up something along the lines of a Dairoth right away just to take it away from the hands of Echo. But of course, the show's open and they pick up the Savior. The first player in MPL Philippines Season 9 to start really making strides or making a name for himself as Savior is actually Itomax of Omega.
Oh man, it looks like every corner you look at, every aspect you watch Smart Omega, they always have the answer against Echo. Now the Grok is up on the hands of Yawi. We all know how comfortable the guy is and using the hero, so it's step number 1. But they go back to the marksman, Benny Cutie once again onto Patrix.
And now, Echo, again, it's like they heard you, except that it's not exactly their comforts right away. They did change the flavor up again for Curtizi. That Kagura, it's one of the strongest options here for Curtizi. The marksman again. So Omega will want to get something that can really disrupt and reach that back line. And there it is. Omega, as I said earlier, will pick up the gyro.
This is really, really good drafting from Smart Omega. They have the proper answers. Now the Grok will not be able to, do as much chaos in the early game because whenever he goes to a certain HP threshold, again, he's just one ultimate away from being taken down by this Zeroth, which is going to be likely on the hands of Renzio. So now we're yet to see the junglers from both sides. Smart Omega, they have the advantage because they get first dibs on the second phase. Natalia, once again, being banned out. The respect of Smart Omega on the Natalia of Yahweh because they can flex this out. Martizi can actually play the Grok. Actually, Benny Cutie has played the Grok.
Yeah, that gold lane Grok is an option for them. I think for Echo, they can, if it's not banned out, I wouldn't mind them picking up the Paquito. It's a hero that scales fast and still scales well into the late game with an assassin emblem. They take away the Brody from the hands of Kelra now.
They are forcing Kelra to now change because Kelra has played 2 games straight of 1-1. Now, if we are bringing out the possibility of a gold lane Grok, where does that put the Beatrix? Are we going to see an XP lane Beatrix a la White Chicken from Act 3?
I don't think that's gonna be the case here for Echo. I think it is Yawi Grok, or Martizi Grok. I kind of feel like either way it loses out the matchup because against Joey it's bad, against Zeroth it's also bad. So Echo they need the proper hero on Carlteasy here, but Smart Omega, there's 2 choices here that are really scary for Echo. If Smart Omega decides to go for Popple and Koopa.
Yeah, I was thinking of that Popple and Koopa. Sorry, did you say Popple and Koopa for Omega?
Popple and Koopa for Omega.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. If Echo don't fan that out, maybe they'll be ready for it. If it's gonna be the Popple and Koopa for Omega, Echo, I wouldn't mind them going Paquito and Yuzhong.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wait, no, but yeah, again they do have. Oh yeah, still Paquito and Yuzhong. Paquito with the jungle, put the Yuzhong onto the hands of 3 Martizi.
Yep. So the Yuzhong is something that's still out there in the wild. Both teams could do well to pick it up. But still, the big question, again, it was a huge highlight of our discussion pre-game. Carlteasy's hero is still out there.
Yeah, again, the Lancelots, the Paquitos are still out there. I'm not sure if what we're seeing is correct. If Echo didn't really ban on...
Wait, what? I don't think so. It might be...
So it might be a redraft once again.
Yeah, let's calm down because there was no draft there onto the side of Echo. Yeah, it will be a redraft.
I'm pretty sure Echo was eyeing to ban out that Popple and Koopa. I don't think they're gonna outlive the insane amount of pressure from Smart Omega in the early game. You already have the Zeroth pressuring enough of your heroes. You don't have the necessary damage to take out the amount of sustain as well on the side. The amount of catch on the side of Smart Omega. And the thing is, Omega, they just need a tower taker, and Popple and Koopa fits the bill.
Yep. I'm thinking, other than the Popple and Koopa, what if Keller decides to forgo the marksman route? Even if they take away the Popple and Koopa, the Clint will be open for Keller. But what if he goes for something along the lines of a Harith?
Or a Lunox.
Something like Magic Build. Double up on the magic damage. You already have the Savior with you. Having the Harith, you'll have the second skill activation for Savior. That's an immobilize. You'll also have movement speed increase because when you go through it for your teammates, and then you'll also have the Zaman Force from the Harith.
Honestly, I'm looking at Kelra's Hero Pool. There's a lot of potential picks here. Again, we've mentioned the Marksman, the Clint, the Popple and Koopa, the fighters, the Yuzhong, and the Paquito. But they've played the Paquito against Beatrix. Kelra actually demolished the Beatrix that he's used to lane to in the regular season, and it's also a good flex pick because if you pick the Paquito now, you're also limiting the hero pool of Carlteasy on the other side, and it can be flexed.
Yes, red side 4. Yeah. You force Carlteasy to think twice, like, so what do I do now?
Yeah. Is this the jungler Paquito or is this the golden Paquito? Yeah. What do I need to pick? Because he needs to match the jungler matchup.
Yeah, and they're cornering Carlteasy into the Lancelot.
Yeah. And Lancelot sounds bad in this game, honestly.
Yeah.
It was good before, but when they, when they pick up the Joe, and if they pick up the Paquito, it will sound bad.
Yeah. With the more picks we got, that option really just flew out the window here. So I wonder now though at which point in the draft we're gonna be leaving from, or when we go into the redraft here, because I actually saw Yawi earlier. I think even before the bans, or during the bans, before the first the first ban in the second phase, Yawi already seemed to be signaling something. So now, hopefully, we get an answer soon of which point in the draft. Is it going to be a total redraft? Is it just going to be awful? Okay, we'll start again with the bans. We'll see. Those questions, although it seems like they won't have a lot of effect, it will have a big effect.
It seems like Echo last ban is the point.
Just the last ban
of
alone.
the point of where we will return. Yeah.
Okay, I have an interesting thought. Grok, Kagura, Bay, if they decide to go for a Harley tank jungle,
Oh,
it sounds good, honestly. Because if we look at the heroes of Smart Omega, Xavier is gonna have a hard time catching the Harley. Joe, of course, gonna have a hard time catching the Harley. And even if you kick him, he's a tanky Harley. And Tiroth, he has the mobility to escape the chase of Tiroth, so it doesn't really sound that bad. And it also supplements the damage department on their side, and it also provides the mobility aspect to have this lineup, come online against the early game pacing of the Savior in the choke. And I feel like it's something that Smart Omega will never expect.
Yep. Even if you do kick the Harley again, we acknowledge that this does sound like it's crazy talk, but if you kick the Harley,
It's tank.
you just
You go back.
space escape elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's very far-fetched. It's very out there. And to think that Echo is on the brink of getting eliminated, they will pull this out, like that. I mean,
It's a stretch to say. It's a
Huge stretch.
Yeah,
Huge
honestly.
stretch.
But for Smart Omega, I think you go the chill route here. Again, you go
Chill
for
route.
you go for
Is
the
there a
more.
chill route?
Well, it's Smart Omega. The chill route is okay. We take late game, we go late game. So I think you go for either again the fast-paced push here with the Pope and Koopa, or the Clint for the late game, for that matter, or you go full fighter setup.
yeah.
I do like the sound of Bubble and Koopa, and in this scenario, even though it might sound a bit reckless, I mean, Omega has really just enjoyed their limelight in recklessness. Even though most of the time, especially in regular seasons, it doesn't work out well for them, this is the time for you to go reckless. Even if you lose, you'll still be at match point.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's that killer mentality of you are dominating your opponent. It's 2-0. You're 1 point away. Go fast, go hard, end the game in 3.
It's the fact that Omega's true cores, meaning the gold lane and the jungler, haven't been revealed yet. That's such a huge strength. And as soon as we get back from the redraft, if I'm not mistaken, or at least establishing the same point that we took off from, that pick 4 is so strong. That pick 4 dictates what Echo can pick up to close up their draft.
Honestly, if you're Smart Omega, you're chill with this draft. If you're Echo, you don't even know if the Tiroth jungle.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because it can be utilized as jungle. It sounds good in the jungle role, because now Grok cannot invade you.
Wait. It's possible that it might even be an Akai 4. Akai at 4. Akai at the red swing back.
I like the Akai for the sole
you
reason that
about
it's
it.
good against Kagura.
Right.
I mean, it's good against Bea and Grok, because he just naturally zoned him out.
You answered 3 heroes with 1.
So we'll see Akai again.
I think it's a possibility that we see Ryzen Akai.
Full circle.
And then Popper and Koopa.
Oh, that's so nasty. And not even.
Bubble.
You can even give either that or like the Lunox or the Harith is okay in the 5th.
Honestly, I want to see some tower taker for Smart Omega, because
Oh,
if
yes,
you
there you go.
pick the Lunox, he's naturally gonna lose the battle against Bea in terms of the lane,
So-
and also you give the opportunity for Echo to scale with the heroes that they have. And these are killer heroes: Grok, Kagura, and Bea. These 3 alone are win conditions. If you manage to take out key heroes on the side of Smart Omega, you give the chance to them to take out, the end game conditions of Smart Omega.
So Renmar, how about Popol then? Wait, what do you like better? The first pick Popol or the first pick Akai? In the second phase.
I'd rather see the bubble get secured right away. Even though Echo can't get it anymore, I mean, I don't see them playing like a Popol Roam. I don't see the Grok going anywhere else but into the hands of Yaoi. See the Popol go right away. And yes, that just means that Echo will have a chance to sort of adapt to that somewhat. But at this point in the draft, the options are limited.
I'm gonna win Smart. I have to agree with you completely. I want to see Smart Omega secure the Popol and Koopa, but I also have to disagree with the fact that Echo will not get Popol and Koopa. Actually, Popol and Koopa Roam sounds really good in this draft. He has the poke against the Savior, and it's not a hero that you want to kick. Because there's a lot of things that are going on the side of Echo. You have the Grok, Kagura, and Bea that you have to worry about if you're Smart Omega, and it's also something that will annoy the hell out of Smart Omega in the early game.
That's true. That'll temper the momentum a little bit of what Omega can do or wants to do, which is to play it faster. Doing it faster, we are going through the drafts very quickly. We're not going to be seeing any changes up until the second.
Same draft.
Same draft. So it's the bans that we're going to be looking at here. If I go ban out the Popol and Koopa, real quick, what's the next best thing for Omega to pick up for Keldra?
Yuzong. Honestly, it's either the Yuzong or the Paquito, but I'd rather see the Yuzong picked up in this lineup so that Smart Omega can actually position themselves to pick the Lancelot last.
But then that leaves them lacking in tower takers.
But you have team fight. You have insane team fight. That's why I like the Lancelot last pick.
So you just win clearly, and then you just convert from there. Banning the Claude.
Statistically, because Claude is the tendency here for Omega, but it's an oversight.
I don't think Claude was a clear choice for Smart Omega.
It's too out there.
You have a Beatrix.
Popol, please be a Popol.
You either go Popol or Paquito or Yuzong here, honestly.
Yeah, the fighter.
See, about 25 seconds here for Coach Pakbet.
I'm gonna be surprised if this has been the pick for Smart Omega.
All of us will be very surprised.
No, I am gonna be surprised. Actually, Baksha is still up.
Oh, if I'm not mistaken, Baksha was snuffed the whole
Ignored
game.
the whole series.
No, game two, just game two.
Okay, it was. Oh yeah, it was banned first thing.
It was banned in the opener. Yeah.
Yep. Choked was.
There's a Lunox.
The Lunox.
There's a Lunox.
What?
Man, if I know anything, I know that the Filipino savage loves his Lunox.
Yeah, and the thought now here for Omega is, hence why I suggested the Lunox or the Harith in the first place. This is the other way of stamping that dominance here, which is if they can, they're relying on the possibility of them getting that pick-off combo. And now we are going to be seeing something crazy here because they picked up a Grok. Franco.
Now Popol and Koopa sounds really good.
Wait. Carl Tizzy Balmond?
Yep.
They're evolving too soon. This is literally your college kid. This is your kid at 12 going to college.
It's a jungle and jungle.
Okay, all right.
This is a show match.
I don't know what's going on.
It's not a show match, it's a show.
It's a show.
We are being treated to a show, ladies and gentlemen.
I woke up today, I did not expect to see this.
Honestly, draft of Echo, I can get behind on. Draft of Smart Omega, this looked like what Renmar was saying earlier. They have 2 more games if they lose this. Actually, no, one safe game.
All right, here's the thing.
But this is risky.
If Omega wins this and they win with this draft, confess to your crush that you like him. That's it. Because if this can happen, anything is possible. One more look. Is that? Barangay Omega, they're split up. Some of them are shouting like yes. Some of them are like yo.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
I'm seeing some perplexed faces in the crowd right now. Like, what are we seeing?
Are we sure with this pick? Isn't this a bug or anything? But I kind of understand the Atlas pick. It's more team fight oriented, and I get the idea that Smart Omega will want to fight, but there's a system behind Echo's draft. They can just snowball in the early game, constantly pressure the jungler, constantly just take enemy resources, and fight whenever the Beatrix is online.
You know what?
Minus the jungle pressure, I have to add, I feel like that's the same line of thinking Omega's going into this match. They're not looking at this as a Lunox that scales into the late game. They're looking at this lineup as a lineup that has very strong capability that complements each other so well that can make this Lunox and Savior scale so fast.
I love it. I get it. It's basically just we can go on forever. We can just
Yeah.
keep going. We can just keep going.
There's a lot of skirmishing potential again on the side of Smart Omega. And again, pick-off is really, really crucial here. The Jungle Joe, it's pressure enough, and then there's also the Atlas. And the Jungle Joe, it's something that it's really hard to annoy when he is taking enemy. When he's taking his own jungle, because he can set up for kicks. He can set up for the potential skirmish in favor of Smart Omega. So I kind of feel like Echo will have a hard time in terms of contesting. But again, this is still a Balmond and a Franco. These two heroes is known as very frustrating to play against in the early game, because Balmond will just be able to farm faster than you, and the Franco will just be near you when you're jungling. He's just gonna watch you.
They have two retributions.
Exactly.
Yeah, lethal counter and the retribution. But here's the thing: am I overthinking this? Am I wrong to feel this way? Because this is literally way off of what we expect from Carl Tizzy.
Oh, yeah.
Already game 1 and game 2, he's been trying to change. Is the third time the charm, or is it too much too late?
For me, I will still stick to my thinking of this is something that Echo needed to do. So I'm not gonna say too much that like now you changed way too quickly, but more of yes, I agree with you. In the second point, maybe you changed too late. Maybe these should have shown up more in the regular season.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this may as well be it. Echo needs to win this, or it's over. They took that shot, and they went down. Omega at match point, going up against Echo. Yawi gets Ryzen, does not reset the buff, but it does give him a little more time. Renzio cutting hard bottom lane.
Yeah, he's already prepped. Whenever Carl Tizzy steps down to take his orange buff, the Zeroth is there, so that's gonna be a big problem here for Echo. Chapno is looking at Carl Tizzy. He gets the Little Wanderer, but also again, Zeroth is in the position to contest the Balmond if he ever wants to take his orange buff.
Yeah, and this is a Grok that knows that he might be falling a bit behind in terms of the damage, so to compensate, he actually picked up the high and dry. It's an assassin emblem Grok, and that will be full damage build.
That's really hard to play the weapon master here on the Grok, because again, there's a Lunox and the Savior on the other side, so you need to itemize for the magic resistance as well. So the high and dry makes sense because you still get the additional damage from the emblem.
Yeah, and of course the potential for isolation. But look at Chaknu, Renzio as well. Flicker spent up already. Nobody home for Yawi's hook, and Carl Tizzy and 3 Tizzy. This time it's their duo making rounds in bottom lane.
Yeah, again, faster pacing for Echo. He's just gonna have a good time here on the Balmond for Carl Tizzy. Now the turtle is gonna be the next objective here for Echo, and I don't think Smart Omega will likely get this, but hold that thought.
Oh, look at this early engagement. Rising with the way of the dragon, knocking out Yawi. That's one man down. Carl Tizzy, with the help of 3 securing that kill, takes down Chaknu. So it's a man-to-man trade, 4-on-4 possibly. I wonder. Carl Tizzy, he is rocking the Demon Slayer. It's so hard for Ryzen to do this. Of course, Carl Tizzy secures the turtle. Ryzen in trouble. He's gonna go down one more swing from Carl Tizzy. Can Ryzen run away? Down goes Renzi up the back line. Yawi confirms the kill. That's 2 for Echo. 3-1.
3 Tizzy able to find that opportunity for Echo with that ultimate 2-man stun onto Omega.
Insane stuff coming out here from Echo. Again, they have the advantage when it comes to pacing, the tempo, and the objective control over Smart Omega. This is where things start looking really scary for Smart Omega. If you are the Cho, as much as possible, you want to get a lot of pickoffs, but in front of objectives, it's hard to duke it out against Echo. There's a lot of things going on for them. The ability to stop the Cho and Jax with a wall charge alone, that's going to allow Carl Tizzy to secure a lot of these neutral objectives.
Man, oh man, look at that. Clock of Destiny so quick on Kurt.
Yeah, 3 minutes in. And my question is, who's going to pull the trigger first here in this gold lane matchup? Oh, look at the positioning right now. And even without those two there, that's going to be a wolf.
Okay.
Right?
Iron Hook and the Bloody Hunt as well. Perfect match, helping him survive. Kurt Tizzy throws out the umbrella to no avail. 3 Tizzy knocked out off camera by the captain.
I think that's a little oversight here from Brandon Cutie. He thought that he had the damage to take out the Atlas. Chaknu, what a man of steel. He didn't even pop flicker.
Nope. He just straight up used the second skill just to get on out of there.
Man, the balls on this guy.
Yeah. Well, do note, perfect match does give you a little bit of damage reduction.
Yeah.
So that
But
is
still.
Yeah, that is gonna keep you alive. But you know, that's Chakmamba. He's been with us for so long now. His game sense is through the roof.
And I don't know, I think Lenny Cutie was a bit too safe there. I think the moment you saw that the Lunox already used the skill, he could have already gone closer because at
Yeah.
one point that's what he's watching out for. Yes, the Lunox was level 4, but you're gonna be able to get that kill and you still have the mobility to get away from the Lunox even if at that point they decided to pop the darkness.
Yeah, honestly, I think the shot call might have been just to force out the flicker.
Yeah.
But again, Chaknu, having the calculated, brilliant mind on the tank roll, able to survive on that skirmish, saving up the flicker, that's going to be important for the next 2 minutes of Smart Omega. Because again, if he lose the ability to fight, which is crucial for the Atlas to have his flicker, if he lose that ability, then Echo will just steamroll over you. So I think this is going to be really important for Smart Omega to look for the next objective team fight now that they have the Atlas Ultimate alongside the flicker. Because earlier he didn't have that.
Oh my goodness. That with these slight mishaps, slight lapses in communication has to be ironed out here for Echo. Again, going up against this lineup of Omega. Unorthodox as it may seem, not completely the most optimal, but it is still a threat.
Yeah.
If Echo keeps having more of these lapses, Omega might just run away with it.
Yeah, and knowing that they are the better team when it comes to taking neutral objectives, for sure they know that Smart Omega, they're not eyeing to contest these objectives from them. They're looking to fight. So I feel like come the late game, Echo will have huge problems in terms of positioning around these objectives. Because again, there are a lot of pick-off heroes on their side. The Lunox on the late game is really, really scary, and the Atlas, they need to keep on worrying about the position here of Chakno. So Echo right now needs to establish a huge, huge lead against Smart Omega so they can secure the early finish in this game.
Yep, or else pay the price of going into the late game where Omega is very much comfortable. The fact that right now in the early game into the mid game they're going back and forth benefits Omega.
Yeah. Again, a lot of team fight aspect on this lineup. They're not scared to go late. Honestly, the lineup of Echo is really, really scary come the late game because again, there's a lot of damage output. But in terms of team fight, the Atlas is the primary condition here for Smart Omega. That's the first target that they need to shut down here for Echo. Either that or you find the flicker bite into the Lunox.
I need to see what their battle spells were. Do you remember, are there any purifies from Echo?
No, I couldn't remember any
They're rocking the sprints.
More sprints just to run away from it.
That's why, well, it's one thing to run away from it, but sometimes it's too little too late.
Yeah, even the Beatrix didn't rock the Purify. It was a flicker actually with the
Yeah.
Beatrix.
Well, I kind of understand why they chose this because you don't want to be rocking the Purify against the Lunox because if he finds a Ruby DD play, then suddenly you're wiped out.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to run away from the Lunox in these fights. And again, if you look at the lineup of Smart Omega, it's mostly position based. So you don't really need to be worried about the actual initiation. You just need to worry about the actual engagement against Smart Omega.
So be smart about it. Like, don't go into places wherein the Fatal Links will hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh man, it sounds like we can easily sum it up, but it's when you really see it or think about it in game, it's gonna be so difficult to do that. You can't just assume play, be smart about it.
Yeah, and by the way, this is Chaknu. So, it's Chaknu Atlas.
Yep, even if you have it figured out, it just doesn't add up that way. It's like, do it, just do it. What do you mean? Just do it. It's not that simple.
It's not that simple.
It's harder than you think.
But for the other side, it's actually that simple. They have Chaknu. It's just that one word only. If the problem is team fight execution, the other team just says Chaknu.
And that's what makes it so ridiculous to think that this young man, this young Joshua Mangilo, has never won an MPL championship.
Yeah, he's a walking win condition, but he's never won an MPL championship.
An MSC, sure, but this is something else. Here we go. 3 Martisi, a lot of pressure on him. Carltesi somewhere else on the map takes that turtle. Renzio with the Abyssum Strike turns it onto 3 Martisi, but if there's anything we know about the new Earthen Force onto the Grok, he has just physical defense in spades. Could not save his turret for the life of him. Great trade, I think. Would you guys agree? A turret for Turtle?
An excellent trade. I feel like maybe Omega from a few weeks back would have rather get Ryzen and Renjo actually chase after 3-Mar, but now Omega said, no, we'll focus on the objective, we'll trade and get that tower.
This is really interesting. Ryzen with the War Axe, usually when we see, Cho junglers, they always go for the Blade of Hephaestus, especially now that it's buffed, it no longer resets on minion hits, so it's really crucial for Ryzen to, sit inside the team fight for so long to maximize the effect of the War Axe, but that is not the usual way for you to play Cho. So I think that's going to become a factor here for Sparta Mega. Hold that thought. Lunos in top lane.
Keldra in trouble. First eats a dawning light and then gets blasted by Benny Cutie with a Wesker ult. He does manage to survive by using the Order of Brilliance at the right time. So close call.
Yeah, very close call there, but at the same time, Keldra knew that the Dawning Light was already. He's not going to try to avoid the Dawning Light. He's with he's with a team member with the Dawning Light. But what I want to point out is something that you mentioned earlier with a War Axe. The last time we saw a Cho jungle, I felt like one of the things that we felt when RSG used it was that Demonkite really couldn't get into position.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's why he picked up the War Axe instead, to sort of alleviate that lack of mobility. Because, of course, as a Cho jungle, you can't get the traditional flicker you'd want to get with the Cho. So at least he's sort of compensating for it by getting movement speed instead. But yeah, the weird part there is he'll have to stay longer in the fight.
Yeah, but to be fair, if he goes a different route, because the thing is, this Cho has only built War Axe. We haven't seen the next item yet. So I feel like this can be a tank Cho on the jungle role. Because the thing is, tanks are faster junglers, which is weird. Tanks are faster junglers compared to assassins now in this patch with the jungle emblem, because the passive procs a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
It's added with, it's amplified by the passives coming out from the jungle emblem, the first tier, that deals 21% more in terms of the damage output. So that also is applied onto the passive damage of tank junglers.
So then if he starts building more tank items, you'll sort of have two Renjos in your team.
Exactly.
So he'll want to play it like how Renjo played the Masha in the previous game.
Yeah. And that's the interesting thing about tank junglers. They don't necessarily have to build damage to take out these neutral objectives, because again with the Demon Slayer, you basically have the same damage output as a normal jungler because of the passive HP based damage output that you naturally just deal.
Yeah.
So in terms of objectives for Smart Omega, they don't have to worry about it. Everything that Ryzen needs to worry about is his positioning in the team fight. That's why I think the War Axe might help him in the long run if he is able to survive long enough in team fights and secures a pick-off on these key heroes on the side of Echo.
Looking at the map right now, interestingly, Keldra just spell vamped the hell out of that last wave. He's back to full health. Map control goes over to Omega despite Echo being up ahead by about 1,000 gold. The turrets and the way that the waves are managed, it's all Omega. Well, except top lane, here we go. They do send 4 men up there.
Good call. Now Echo really needed to do that, especially with this turtle coming up. Won't be surprised if Omega will not get the optimal position here, because look how fast it's going down.
Oh, Yowie with the way of the dragon answered into the loving hands of Renzio as he threw him up. But again, quickly, just as much, Echo takes that turtle. So a dude for turtle, I think that is a wash.
Yeah, time and time again, this is how Smart Omega plays. Whenever you are looking to get something, they always find something in return, and they found Yowie. Fortunately for Ryzen, he was really in a good position at that moment, and now Chakno is about to find Yowie again. Fortunately, no response whatsoever, and here we go, Ryzen with the Molten Essence. I think he's going for that tank route, which I believe is going to be crucial here for their late game assurance and guarantee, because this is the win condition. The longer the fights, the better it is for Smart Omega, because it can set up an amazing play from Chakno.
Oh, Chakno here, gonna get blasted, lethal, counter, all but the kitchen sink thrown at him. Quick takeout on the Atlas.
Oh, Echo has to watch out for things like that, because if that moment happened later in the game, Keldra was just there and he would have been able to blast him. But still, that was a great call for Echo to go.
Dawning light, look at the damage on the captain. They do get the push, but it is gonna come at the cost of 3-Mar TZ and Kurt TZ's life. 2 TZs down for Omega.
Oh, the pull!
Another one could be Keldra. That's the deal. It's a double kill for the Filipino Savage.
It is really crucial here for Smart Omega, but also you have to take note of the damage output of this Savior. Etomax at 8 minutes in with one Dawning Light took out 50% HP bars.
Oh my goodness. And we're
That's one
seeing
and one half hero.
yeah, one and a half.
One and a half hero.
And this is why, like, I wasn't surprised that Kelro picked up that Lunox. It's crazy when you think about it, but dude, what have we been saying this entire series? Come on,
Never doubt. Don't doubt Pakbet.
yeah, don't doubt Pakbet. It's, if I'm not mistaken, the last team to actually do something like this. I'll have to go back to my records. It might actually have been Echo to rock magic user in the gold lane. And then just to amplify the capability of two main magic damage dealers as your main condition for ending it by the mid.
I think that was Omega. It was Keller that played it as well.
Right, yeah,
It was a Lunox too.
I think this is the second time we're seeing Keldra on the Lunox.
yeah. Right.
Oh!
There's Hulk onto Ryzen. The answer back. The Dawning Light. Ryzen's gonna bite it. And they go for the conceal. Who are they hunting for? Chaknu, spotted by 3 Martizi. Lord, siege still continues. Benicuri taking this major river buff, major river push, that is. And that pushes Benicuri out. Still 3 members of Echo. Bind down on the turtle. Omega says it's not worth it. Give it over.
That's a really crucial kill that Echo got. It was Ryzen. Again, this is the walking win condition for Smart Omega. Chaknu was not in position to reinforce Smart Omega to take that fight against Echo. And again, the advantage goes to Echo whenever it's the usual objectives that are being contested. Now, Smart Omega, they can defend this Lord because of the amount of team fight that they have, and it's gonna take a lot for Echo to break in to crack the base of Smart Omega.
Yeah, and what we're seeing right now is if Omega cannot get Echo or surprise Echo, they probably won't be going in for an initiation. If Echo are positioned well, if they know what's coming, if it looks like they're ready, Omega will not be able to initiate that cleanly enough. It will be a big trade. What Omega, with how they're playing, look like is they're going for the most favorable trades, meaning they're playing a little bit more defensive. Why? Adding to what Midnight said, this positioning for Omega is going to be hard for Echo to break.
Yaoi, he sees the Lunox, but Etomax sees him as well with the Dawning Light. This is really good positioning here for both squads. The Smart Omega, they're looking to fight here with the Atlas repositioning, but they need to defend their base.
There's a huge swing in terms of utility and roles that these two teams have played. Dawning Light is now going to be used to start checking bushes. It's no longer used to clear, well, it can still be used to clear waves, but now Etomax has an all the more important job. One is to not die, and then another is to make sure that they make it into the late game.
Yeah. I like the fact that he went for a lot of cooldowns on, the Savior. He went for the Enchanted Talisman first before the damage item. Usually, you do that when you are, when you are ahead to make sure that you keep on putting out these immobilized spells against the enemy. But I also like the fact that he went for this item specifically to clear waves. Because the thing about their lineup is that it's not safe to clear waves against Echo because there's a Franco on the other side.
Franco, the Grokken surprise as well. The 3 tanky presences, heroes on the side of Echo, along with the fact that one of those 3 tanky heroes has an ultimate that can just completely change the picture of a team fight, which is the ultimate of that Balmond, because of how he can swing with major damage done healing himself. Omega are understandably being way more careful here, even though we were saying earlier Omega should probably try to be aggressive, pick up the tempo. They can't against this lineup.
Yeah, I like the pacing of Echo though. Again, this is the step-by-step we were talking about earlier. Just crush the resource control of Smart Omega, establish a lead such that you build up items way faster compared to Smart Omega. Martizi is now capable of doing the Martizi things, because the thing about this game is that these 2 heroes on the side of Echo, the gold lane and the jungler, are now standalone heroes. They don't need that much protection from the other heroes, in a way that Echo has now been able to set up a lot of camps around the map.
Basically, map control belongs to them. Despite the amazing trades by Omega setup, they are up by 1 kill, right? 5 to 6 at 12 minutes. It's just so difficult to think of how, with this item deficit, Omega can come back. Because, yeah, they have been kicking Grok, they have been kicking the Franco on 3 Martizi and Yaoi, but that can only get you so far.
Yep, again, Smart Omega cannot look to contest the neutral objectives here against Echo. They have to give it out. But still a huge problem for Echo to crack the base of Smart Omega now that Keldra has reached a point where he deals so much damage and the flicker is ready.
Yeah, it's what we would like to call in our ranked games, just look for that one set. That one set is what Omega needs.
The way we usually play.
The way we usually
Us
play.
casters.
It's just Chakno just needs one flicker ultimate to completely turn it around. Problem is, Echo are positioning incredibly well. They're really not giving that opportunity to Omega.
By the way, I just want to highlight for the entire series, we haven't seen a conceal play yet.
Oh, we did see a conceal retreat earlier, conceal re-engage, but nothing that wins team fight.
Conceal set, nothing yet.
Major, nothing.
There you go, the conceal.
And it does pop a shield in bottom and mid lane. I believe that is going to be a penetration. OMG lose their mid lane.
Ryzen!
Look at Ryzen from the side and the back. With the way the Yawi answers back with a hook. And that is going to be on Chaknu. Down Mamba. Renzio punches the rock, the grok that is right into the ground. Keldra very low. 1-for-1 trade. Both sides. The barangay captain. Already. Benny Cutie. They spell victory. It's so close. SMX is slowly turning purple.
The hook. 2 key hooks from Yawi. And now Benny Cutie is like, all right, guys, I'm sorry, but it's my time. I'm ready. He got his 3rd kill of the game there with a double.
But my oh my, the hooks from Yawi. It was the starter for Echo. He took the right target. He was able to snag the Atlas from the base of Smart Omega. Ryzen found a good kick onto Imartizi, but they didn't have the damage to take out the Grok. But look at this. No set for you, Chaknu, as the besties look to fight, but Yawi found the upper hand. Look at the sniper damage onto the back line.
The snipe, I feel like Keldra would have been down to keep fighting there, but the fact that Benny Cutie got to snipe him forced Keldra back. That opened up the hook there onto the Dira.
If he didn't back off, I'm pretty sure the Beatrix would have flickered in and used and popped the shotgun. So Keldra, even though the Ruby DD play was set up by the Xavier already, it was the right choice to just back off. Because if he died there, game would have been over.
Yeah, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because Omega, even in their own base, were shooting blanks, like everything what Echo had an answer for, and that put them at about an 8k gold lead right now in 15 minutes. Are Omega not ready yet? Are they lacking items? Keldra looks stacked.
I mean, they're not lacking items per se. They're not lacking XP. They're lacking the initiation. Again, they need to utilize this Atlas to find a perfect opportunity for them to secure some, some control in this game. And now another concealed play, Dawning Light. Oh, it's easy.
Arteezy.
They're gonna go for it.
Get hit by the way of the dragon. Look at Yawi. Oh, they do pop his immortality here. And they get the bite down onto the Chak Mamba. And Arteezy spinning.
He's alive.
Trying to survive. Down goes Yawi. Taking Keldra. Chakno traded out. Down goes Ryzen. 2-for-1. So far,
Renzio.
Lightning. The dog.
One more.
Take it. They are not. One more. Renzio still punching. Double kill for the Keldra. Triple kill for the Commando. Renzio is angry.
SMX is making noise. Wherever you're watching, are you making noise as well? Because that was an insane sequence.
Oh my goodness. Echo played fantastic on that fight. They didn't allow Chaknu to have his set. He was not able to pop his ultimate. He was trying to save the flicker to make sure that he has the pressure against Echo, but Echo played fantastic on that team fight. But man, oh man, the commander for Smart Omega, Renzio, saving the day, popping off these low HP heroes on the side of Echo, and that saved the pace of the game here for Smart Omega. They now get the chance to fight for another time against the neutral objective of Echo, which is the Lord.
Kill score 11-11, make a wish. Omega has shrunk the gold lead to just about 3k, half of what it was a few minutes ago.
Oh my man, Renzio just came from a savage, playing above average, go to Ravage, Echo, and now we are neck and neck here with this Lord. Echo have more bodies here, but Omega are looking for the play.
What a wall. What a wall by Martizi. That canceled the concealed play here.
Uli.
Smart Omega. Oh!
Chaknu with the hook, and he gets popped. He does have the fatal links, but he was not allowed to use it. This must be frustrating for the Mamba.
Yowie, yowie, yowie. Another hook again. Wow.
This is Yowie calling shots. Just take down the Atlas. Nothing else matters. Just take out the Atlas. Will win the fight. Because the thing about Smart Omega, again, we've talked about this. They just want to take a 5v5 engagement head on. With Echo, they're not allowing Smart Omega to do that. The first target in mind is again the Atlas.
The weight of Omega's playoff dreams are on the shoulders of that Atlas. On to Chaknu, has not yet been able to find that game-changing, game-winning set. Now let's look at that.
Yeah, I just want to say that Chaknu is having a bad game, but come the immortality for this Atlas, it might just shift things here for Smart Omega. They just need to get some vision for Chaknu to be able to set up the fatal links against Echo, and that's the miracle that you're looking for. Ryzen has to sacrifice some HP to allow Chaknu to have his set while the immortality isn't up yet.
Oh, Atlas is controlled by a sea creature, and Yowie's going fishing.
Look at this.
Oh,
Yes.
this is a tough defense. They have to be very, very careful.
Oh, go!
Chaknu
Oh, nice.
watching out. Kelra putting 3 very low. That's one down. Renzio gets one man. Cartesi gonna be the next target. Still waiting for the fatal links. Oh, Cartesi. The RKO brought him into the base. That's 2 down. Kelra gets another one, and now they're just gonna clean up house. That puts Echo at a 2-man disadvantage.
He held on to it. Dude, he was waiting for more Echo players. And he was like, okay, you're not gonna save these.
All right, I'll use it now. He's like, he held on. He was like, try
Try it.
close.
He was, you know why he was waiting? If Echo tried to save Cartesi, Kelra had the Ruby DD play.
It's amazing, the game sense on Chaknu. He knew that there was no dash on the Balmond, so he knew that it was worth
He
it.
can wait.
Oh,
He has the time to wait.
yeah, you will see it here in this play.
You have to commend Kelra. He was ready with the order of brilliance. He was literally waiting. He knew. Okay, Kelra was hooked, but he waited out for the perfect opportunity to just completely isolate Cartesi and make sure that Smart Omega gets a clean fight. Again, this is Smart Omega. Omega timers are already up.
Backs against their wall. Backs against the wall. Echo desperately trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, while Omega want to end this here. Who will achieve the goal they're looking for in this game number 3? As both teams are playing insanely. Midnight, what are you looking at?
Leo Renmar, I have to say, Chaknu is now once again fully confirmed a walking win condition. The immortality is now up. He now has 2 rounds of lives to make sure that he gets the set against Echo. And now if you look at Echo, they just burned a lot of things on their side.
And it's more likely than not that he might actually get a Fatal Links twice in this team fight, given the Fatal Links plus fleeting a time. Oh, I am looking forward. And now the gold lead is almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Nada.
Not at all. It's very close. This could boil down to Yowie and Chaknu, 2 of the most high-profile roamers in MPL Philippines Season 9. It might just boil down to them finding the play, the pick. Will it be Chaknu? Will it be Yowie? Will it be Echo? Will it be Omega?
This is hard for Echo. They have to choose one. They can only get one in a single skirmish. It's either Chaknu or the Lunox. I think it's more viable for them to get Kelra. Now Yowie, he sees 2. He sees 2 win conditions and he says, nope, cannot. Sir, I cannot.
Yep, and look at the genius move here by Echo, moving the Lord over to their side of the map, their side of the river. It does get reset. There is some semblance of frustration possibly coming here from the side of Echo because they've been inside Omega's base several times now, and they're still wondering, why won't you die?
Ryzen, look at this. The tank Cho is now able to get some vision here for Echo. Conceal play. Oh, the wall didn't hit.
Check out Chaknu. Deep inside.
Get in.
He has 2.
The bite, the bite.
The bloody hunt set in. Ryzen looking for targets. Cartesi switching over to the Lord. See Martisi. Get that power of nature.
Careful about it.
Chaknu with the
Renzio, he missed.
perfect match. And he misses, pushing.
Oh, Chaknu!
Taken by Ryzen. Martisi goes down. Pops the immortality with the confirms the kill. One man down. Plus, Omega's first Lord is a 22-minute one.
The chains of destiny. Will it be the hook? Will it be the fatal links? And in the end, the links prove to be fatal indeed as Omega are now marching in to the base of Echo.
Die shall not retreat by Chaknu. No neutral objectives for you, good sir. Smart Omega now going inside the base of Echo.
It is a huge siege. Can Echo defend?
Fatal links for
Starting
Omega.
up with a dawning light.
This is-
Omega could make a beeline for
Atlas!
Links lethal inside their base. That pops immortality. That forces the Winter Junction. Down goes Curtizi. Curtizi still alive. Survives via the win. Benny Cutie. Another fatal links in check. Doesn't need it. Pops
Rings the
immortality. Now he goes down. I'm sorry, Tristan. I love you. Yes, Joshua. Could be up for. That's it. Ring the bell. Omega knocks out Echo.
Ding, ding, ding!
I don't know how you do this for 9 seasons. How?
Again and again, playoffs mode activated. Omega has swept Echo.
The Kings of Sea are in the building. Tonight, we dine in